Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to Harry's Highlights. On this video, we're going to talk about the book, The Slight Edge. Now, this is all about how little decisions matter. Talking about how the slight edge is created by little things compounded. It's about major success is all about minor decisions. Most people make the mistake of thinking that major decisions equals major success, when really it's the small things you've done over a period of time compounded. For example, the person that wakes up every morning and does a walk, just 10 minutes. At the end of that year, they're going to have some great results to show for it. Compare that to the person that didn't do it. At the end of that year, they're going to be in a far worse position than the person that did. They didn't go to get up. It's not the person that woke up and did a 2-hour run once a month. It's the person that did the small things over and over again consistently. It's talking about how consistency is what the key to success in anything that you want to do. If you're building a puzzle, for example, you don't have huge slabs. You've got piece by piece, stacking one on top of each other. You're building a wall, it's not just one giant thing just put there, it's brick by brick. Anything major, anything that you want to do, any sort of success is always going to be little things over a period of time compound to make something massive. So once I read that again, I was thinking that is exactly the key to a lot of things in life. Understanding that it is not the intensity of something, but the consistency of something. You keep doing it. What was his name? Bruce Lee had a great saying. He talked about, I fear not the man who has practiced 1,000 kicks one time. I fear the man who has practiced one kick 1,000 times. That consistency, that understanding of doing that one small thing over a period of time meant that that person would be lethal at that one thing, as opposed to the person that done 1,000,000 things or 100 things, one time. Understanding that it was the person that goes there, wakes up every morning, who is training for a sport, they wake up to do the same drill every single day. That person is the person that's going to get far, not the person who wakes up, comes, does one training drill, once a month, and then tries to, get ahead. They're not going to do it. It's the little things that matter. The person that instead of, every lunchtime, they decide to get the water instead of the sugary carbonated drink. In a year's time, their results are going to show for it. They're going to be that much further ahead because that one decision they made multiple times over and over and over again. We are the sum of all of our decisions we've ever made. When you break it down to about a year, you can remember over the past year, all the decisions you've made, that they brought you to where you are here. That one time that you didn't do that, or you stopped doing that, and then it compounded. Which brings us to the next part that I want to talk about. That what is easy to do is also easy not to do. What do I mean by that? It's talking about, it's easy to just hit the snooze button and go back to sleep. It's easy to take the upsell when somebody goes, did you want the sugary drink with that? And for you to say, absolutely. It's easy to do that. It's also easy not to do that. It's easy to not hit the snooze button, get up and do what you said you were going to do. It's easy to reject the upsell of that more expensive carbonated drink and take the water instead, which is free. And in a year's time, you'll be thankful for it because the result of all those small decisions you've made, compounded, will mean you're better off. That 10-minute walk that you did for that past year, when you look back at your before and after photos, you'll see a difference. As opposed to, you took a before and after photo of you not doing it, you'll see a difference. One will be positive, one will be negative. It's easy to do, is also easy not to do. Remember that it's not always the major decisions. It's the small things compounded. And on the top of that, people always make the mistake of thinking that it's too late to start. It is never too late to start. There's so many people who've become extremely successful in whatever they decided to do very, very late on in life, when everyone around them was saying that it's too late for you to start, give up. You're washed up, you're done. There's no point in starting. There is always a point to starting. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is today. When you can internalize that and think about that something is always better than nothing. To have that defeated, giving up mindset, that it's that, my time has come and gone, I'll just keep on living how I was, is not the way to success. Understanding that just micro decisions, little micro changes stacking on top of one another. An ant colony isn't built by one giant beast. It's thousands of little beasts all working together. They compounded it. When wherever you are in life, whatever it may be, you might be overweight. And you're there saying that after all this time I've always been overweight, there's no point in starting now. Absolutely not. How many people have woke up one day, made a change, and then consistently continued on with that change, and in a year's time they've seen results, massive results from micro decisions. When you can internalize that and really think that it's never too late to start, then you can start to see huge changes in your life. Which is what I also wanted to talk about as well. Take responsibility for your life. Understanding that no matter what you do, you are responsible for it. You have control. When somebody offers you something, you can say no, you can say yes. When an opportunity comes up, you can say no, you can say yes. You can take responsibility for your life. When something happens, you can decide how you want to react. And when you can see that for what it is, that you are the dealer of your own destiny, the captain of your ship, that you decide where things go, that you're responsible for it, you understand how much control you have in your life and what you can do differently. Which brings me to what I want to talk about the planting, the cultivating, and the harvesting of what it is that you've done. With anything in life, it's just a great analogy. There's 3 stages. There's the planting of it, the cultivating of what that is, and then harvesting it. If you apply it to fruit, you prepare the soil, plant the seed. You cultivate it, you water it, and you look after it, and you do all these things. Then at the end of it, you harvest the fruit from all that hard work. If you wanted to lose weight, you'd decide, you'd put together, you'd plant the seed of the plant. Here's what I'm going to do, here's a training plan. You cultivate it by following that plan. Then at the end of it, you harvest the results and the confidence you start to feel because of all that work you've done. Any person wanting to play any sort of sport, they put together a plan. They plant the seed of their plant, they then cultivate it by following that plan, then they harvest it by the results of the success that they felt in that one. That's what it talks about, to plant, cultivate, and harvest. There is nothing that you do it, you begin it, and you immediately get results. Everything in life is a process. And when you can internalize that, when you can think about that for what it truly is that like everything is going to have some sort of delay, and that if I follow these steps, I will reach it, you will then move towards success in whatever it is you may choose. So understanding that all of this was all about, to summarize quickly, we talked about how little decisions matter. Understand that dominoes effect. That small decision you make here, each and every day, will have a massive result at the end of it. And if you spread it out across a year, if you give yourself time to succeed in whatever it is you may do, you will notice massive changes over a period of time based on the small decisions you made. Massive success comes from small decisions. Little decisions matter. The second thing is about what's easy to do is also easy not to do. Understanding that every decision that you make that you could easily make, you can easily not make as well. When you decide, for example, you're going to wake up and you want to, start exercising in the mornings, you just want to start eating healthy. You decide you just want to have breakfast every morning. You keep skipping breakfast, and today you decide, I'm going to do what I feel is right for me, and I'm going to make myself a good, healthy breakfast. And you do that every single day. At the end of a year, you are going to notice differences that you didn't see before because of that one small decision. And it'll flow on in other areas of your life. You look at things like if you ever seen the concrete underneath a tap, that tap just drips very, very small, just little bits there, and eventually it cuts a hole through that, through persistence. It's the same sort of principle. If you look at things that whatever's easy to do is also easy not to do. The other thing that we're talking about, it's never too late to start. Make sure that you always have that mindset that no matter what it is you want to do, you want to, study whatever that is, start that new job, start that new training plan, whatever it may be, lose that weight, go on that holiday. It is never too late to start. Understanding that there are so many people that have achieved success very, very late on in life because they refuse to believe that it was too late to start. And that anything you want to do, that can apply to. The fourth one was all talking about take responsibility of your life. Understanding that anything you want to do is up to you. That you decide how you either want to react or respond to it. That you decide how you can either make the decision or not make the decision. That no one is telling you what to do. Ultimately, you're in control of your life and in control of what you want to do. When you fully embrace that winner's mindset of that nothing is happening to you, it's just happening through you, you'll then have a far better, more successful mindset towards life, and you'll realize the control that you have and the changes you can make. And the last one I want to talk about there was summarizing about the plant, cultivate, and harvest. Understand delayed gratification. Everything is a process and it takes time. Plant that seed, cultivate it, harvest the fruit. Understand that whatever you're going to do is going to take a process, but the only way you can pick the fruit is to plant the seed. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time was today. Now, we're going to be making a lot more of these videos for this training series to help you with your personal development goals. That's all for now. Until next time, leave a comment below on what you like the most, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the next episode of Harry's Highlights.